Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, June 7th. It is Pride Month for LGBTQ plus people and those who love them. And it is a time that we are going to manifest a joy-filled June. I am Reverend Robin Ashok, and this is our Spin into Stillness weekly evening meditation where we just make a few moments to get some guidance from spirit, from source, from our divine voice, and then to take that guidance into meditation for some further communication with our deepest and highest self, also known as the divine around or the supreme energy, the source, however you experience the greater energy that is bigger than we are here on Earth. And that is how we communicate with that greater energy. Now, we do that through using a couple of tools. First of all, we get guidance from our Starman Tarot deck, at least for now, a beautiful deck created by the artist who created several of David Bowie's album covers, and the artist's wife is the one who did the book, the accompanying book. We also set an intention. So we ask a question or state an intention for ourselves so that the universe, spirit, higher power, deepest self can respond in kind, can give us the answer, can offer us the guidance or intuition, whatever we need to answer the question or to receive more information about something going on in our lives right now. Now, as you can hear behind me, it is summertime. And so lots of people out on the streets. My dogs are in and out. My husband's in and out. And various other ambient noise can be coming from the outside or the inside, either from my home or from wherever you are. So regardless of what we're doing at the time that we might hear that ambient noise or perhaps be startled by it, let's just use that as our guide to go a little deeper, to listen a little more intentfully, and to just center ourselves. So that noise, perhaps it might be jarring to us, perhaps just might feel intrusive, can be our signal to focus just a little more on what we are doing and why we are here. Because as I say often, our goal ultimately, and it may not happen tonight, and it may not happen in a month or even a year, but our goal ultimately is to be able to be still and centered wherever we are, regardless of what is happening around us, so that no matter how chaotic the world might seem, we can breathe into our own stillness and receive insight, guidance, alignment, just as we call for it. So before we go any further, let's set that intention. Now, I like to set my intention by writing it down on this little slip of paper. And had we been in person, or if we were in person, I would encourage us all to write it down in some way. It doesn't have to be complicated or complex, just a word, a phrase, something that indicates to you, for you, what your intention is for this evening and the week, and or what your question is for this evening or the week. And then as we meditate, I'm going to ask you all to just open your mind to sending the energy toward me and toward one of the slips of paper that I will write everyone's intentions on. And then I will use that everyone's intentions piece of paper to be the proxy for everybody's energy. Then, when we're done, we will light that piece of paper, send it off into the flames, and the universe will gather it and become one with it, and then answer our questions, deliver our guidance, whatever we need, once we set it out there and let it go, basically. Release our attachment to it. That's what sending it out there with the flame does. It is that physical representation of us just letting it go and then allowing it to become. So let's do that now. Just a few seconds we can make for ourselves here to state that intention. Perhaps you might be keeping a meditation journal where you are writing down these intentions or questions every week, and then can track your journey, progress, or your movement through answering other questions or receiving your divine guidance. So again, it doesn't have to be complicated or complex, just something that indicates to you where you can focus your energy this evening. All right, so you can see I have written down everyone's intentions right here. This is the one I would use to send out into the universe and set my own intention. I'm going to set these aside, and I will add my energy to them as I myself am in the meditation with you, as well as guiding you. And let us proceed. Next, we are going to draw the card that will guide us this evening. And again, we use these beautiful cards, and oracle cards are really just prompts for our imagination. You can attach whatever you want to them in a mystical way, but really we just use them to help us tell the story of us, to give us a prompt that leads us to think about more things in our lives, perhaps offers us a different perspective on something that we're thinking about, and gives us the chance to see a problem or a situation or a relationship perhaps in a different way. So you've written down your intention or question. Let's shuffle the cards and see what the response is. Now, one of the things I love about our Wednesday meditations is that we all state our own very personal intentions or requests for more information from our deep self, and yet we draw a card together. And by together, I also mean those of us that are here in real time on the live stream, as well as those who might be watching this at another time on a recording. All of us together in this particular meditation are creating this community. And that card, single card, is one card that is the answer, that is the insight that we seek for our very personal, individual intentions. And so I love the community that is created. We can each then share, if you would like, and I would encourage you to, share what you experience when you see the card, and perhaps a little how it may relate to your intention or the insight that you're seeking. Of course, to do that, I encourage you to use the comments section in either the Facebook location or the YouTube location. And of course, if you're going to head there, or if you are watching, please remember to like this video, subscribe or like the Facebook page, either the Spiritual Spinster Facebook page or my own Reverend Rob Benashak individual page. Like the YouTube video, subscribe to the Spiritual Spinster YouTube page. Subscribe to them all, like them all, so that you can get information when we are doing this, or perhaps we can share more information with each other by doing them. So let's shuffle. And again, I'm just going to call on anybody that wants to remember anything they did last week. How did the meditation happen for you? Where did you go with it? How did it affect you or impact you over the last week? So, let's go to draw, go in, go in deep. It's a warm summer evening. Right, so our top card. Now I draw the top card just so you don't see me reaching into the deck. I want to draw that top card so that we all know that this is the card that we are all agreeing is our card. It's always the top one. And which is it today? It is the... Ooh. All right, so this is one of those cards. It's the Three of Swords. If you know the standard deck, this is one that I have a ambivalent relationship with. Now, all these cards, even if some of them present images or suggestions that might seem less than happy, shall we say, offer us the opportunity to look at those areas where we might be needing to see through our own dark, see through our own pain, and maybe grow through our own trauma, either past or present. So I really invite us all, myself included, to really see beyond what to honor those visceral feelings that we get when we see the card, hear the card, look at the card, but also to understand that this is the opportunity for us to explore more fully, to explore more intentionally, and to perhaps receive some answers that we might have been waiting for. All right, Three of Swords. So the image on this one is just a little different than it is in the traditional deck, but we have not drawn it here as a group. And frankly, I'm excited to see the possibilities that this card is offering us right now. It's the Three of Swords. It's going to come up sometime. So again, many of these cards, all the cards actually, come with their own accompanying statement, kind of thesis statement, or even a mantra. We've used the mantra several times as we go into meditation. Now, I need to draw before. Anyway, what I usually do though is if the statement about the card, if that overall arching thesis about the card is one that might not seem as positive as I know that the card can be for us, I will adapt it and just create a mantra, an affirmation that allows us to experience this card in a way that sees us using its information for our greatest good, for our best self. So the statement that comes with this particular card in this book is, I see life as cruel and meaningless. Now, this is not a phrase that I would like to take us into meditation with. I see life as cruel and meaningless. But when I read this, at least for myself, it always gives me pause to examine this as a truth for myself. Now, this is certainly not my aspiration to see life as cruel and meaningless, but do I, during my own times of challenge and difficulty, find myself espousing this, maybe even unintentionally or unconsciously? And so I do want my attention called to this statement, if it is in fact true for me. And I can tell you right now that often it is. When I'm feeling down, that is the attitude, that's the unspoken, perhaps mantra that I happen to be living in that moment. And recognizing it gives me the opportunity to see life differently, as something beyond cruel, and meaningless. So, all that as the introduction to what I'm about to read about the Three of Swords in the Stormare Tarot deck. Seeing a world which appears to be cruel and uncompromising can bring us to a point of despair. In the Three of Swords, a young man sits with his head down. We can feel his sense of deep sadness. I imagined him, that's the artist for their cards, I imagined him as a street artist, expressing his anguish through his art, which appears behind him on the wall. The head of the floating surreal figure is a mask of shame, a medieval torture device worn for the purpose of public humiliation and rejection. Throughout history, people have been forced to display a mark of shame, a stigma to deter others. This taps into something very primal. In early humans, where survival was intimately linked with collaboration, to be rejected by your tribe was effectively a death sentence. In later cultures, artists, writers, intellectuals, anyone who dared to think differently and admit a different sexual orientation risked being shamed and outcast. Well, what a great card, then, to be drawing in this month of Pride, because this is all about what Pride is seeking to honor and celebrate in us, and not be shamed and outcast. So, I love that I'm reading those words here tonight. The violence and suffering human beings can inflict on other humans, and indeed all living creatures, beggars belief. Yet it exists and cannot be ignored. Three swords are propped against the wall. One of them looks like it's falling against the sitting figure. These swords appear as if they have been carelessly left behind by their owners. As objects, they are crafted pieces of metal sitting against the wall, yet in the hands of men, they can cause unimaginable suffering. The hawk and the feather remind us of the possibility of freedom, even in the face of despair. The dripping heart, painted almost as communicates that only through love, the heart, can we be liberated from the burdens of existence. The luminous photos offers hope of rebirth, which awaits within the darkest depths. This fullness of being can only be reached when we are able to touch our deepest sorrow. The roughly painted question mark sign gives us a clue as to how we can transform our reality. The Three of Swords suggests the quality of your life experience is directly proportional to the quality of the questions you ask. So another interpretation of the figure emerges as one who, like the Buddha, sits determined to penetrate the truth. He will not move from his spot until he has an answer. Many spiritual teachings describe how we must go down through layer after layer of our personality until we get to the last layer and fall through into a meaningless and empty space. But if we are able to fall yet further into the darkness of meaninglessness, we arrive at nothing. And from nothing, we can create anything. Can you guess what our mantra is going to be for today? This card tells us our sorrow must be acknowledged. Despair is something we all share. When we see how it carries the seeds of new growth, we can surrender to it, allowing it to move through and transform us. Freedom is arrived through despair, says this card. Question everything, ask quality questions. Life is cruel and without meaning until break through and find the meaning through the exploration of it all. From nothing, we can create anything. So when no thing is possible, when nothing is possible, what that means is everything is possible. From nothing, from no thing, we can create anything. Because nothing exists. The canvas is blank. And on that canvas, we can create anything and everything. So this is our mantra tonight, and it's an important one. For nothing, I can create anything. Nothing. I can create anything. Nothing, I can create anything. And I can tell you, as we move through tonight, I'm going to morph that statement a little bit. So all you have to do is just be with me, hear my words as your own. You don't have to memorize them. Just allow the words to speak to you as if they are your own. For in a sense, you've asked this question of your deep self, and this card, my reading of the card, and my leading the meditation is your deep voice, your deep self's voice, offering you the answer. So in fact, this is your answer. I think it's wonderful because we know that from nothing, when we feel we have nothing, when we think we have nothing, when we believe we have nothing, we actually have the possibility of anything, everything. So let's meditate. Let's get comfortable first. And we're going to start by focusing on our breath. Now, our breath is what is our anchor to our physical body as we kind of choose to float away or to float within, to have this communication with our deep self, which is why we focus on it. We can focus on it so that we can have that awareness that it's there, that it is holding us, that it is keeping us alive, so that we can trust it and take ourselves deep and communicate with the deepest self of us, with the highest self. And we can find our answers from the energy. So get comfortable and in a way that you can remain alert if you can. So make that nest, gather your things, get the pillows, prop them up, whatever you need to do. Let us begin to breathe together. Let's inhale through our nose. We're going to inhale. We're going to do a little box breath here. So we're going to inhale deeply. We're going to hold. We're going to exhale fully, and then we're going to hold. So inhale, hold, exhale slowly, and hold. Okay? Just a few. We're going to do 3 of those breaths. We're going to take the first 2 with our eyes open. We're going to take the last one with our eyes shutting or floating closed. And then we can let our breathing return to normal. Go a little more. Okay? So let us take that breath in. Let's inhale through our nose. Let us hold. Let us exhale slowly. Let us hold. Good. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale slowly. And hold. Good. Let us inhale again. And hold. And on that exhale, let us flutter those eyes closed. And hold. Good. And just keep your breath intentional, but allow it to return to a natural pace so that you can trust it, so that you can let yourself go. Inhale and exhale. Each breath as we inhale and exhale takes us deeper and deeper more and more relaxed. Inhaling and exhaling, more and more relaxed. And as you go deeper, as you imagine yourself traversing the universe within, each breath, imagine your body just slowly becoming invisible. I usually say dissolving, but our body is remaining. It is just away from our sight because we are focusing on our spirit, ethereal self. More and more relaxed. And as our body relaxes, it becomes more and more invisible until finally it has disappeared in our mind's eye, leaving us with our ethereal presence, our true essence. This is our most authentic self. More and more relaxed. From nothing, I can create anything. From nothing, I create everything. From nothing, I can create anything. From nothing, I create everything. Hear my words as your own. Align yourselves with their truth as it speaks directly to you. From nothing, I can create anything. From nothing, I create everything. From nothing, I can create anything. From nothing, I create everything. And as we go more and more deeply into the universe within, deeper and deeper, imagine everything around you just fading away. offering a physical sensation, either a view from your eyes, or smelling a scent, or experiencing something you're touching. Imagine it just drifting or fading away until where your essence is, where we all are, is a state of nothing. Each tone more and more disappears, leaving us in a state or a place or an experience of no thing at all. No thing. Nothing. Nothing. It's not a void. It is simply a place of no one thing. It is a blank slate. It is a blank whiteboard, or a freshly cleaned chalkboard. Nothing simply means the blankest of canvases, so that we have the power to make it something, anything, everything. In this state, in this place of no thing, let us ask that question. Let us state that intention that we have written down in our material world, ever so quietly and gently. State it, say it, ask it of this place, of this state of no thing. From nothing, I can create anything. From nothing, I create everything. Beautiful. Beautiful. And let us experience this no thingness, this nothingness. Let us experience it as a state of opportunity and possibility, of creativity and imagination. We've stated our intention, or we've asked our question. Let us now, individually, yet together as a community, begin to receive information from our deep self about how we are creating something, anything, everything right now. Begin to listen or become aware of that voice. And that voice is really how you choose to experience the communication with your highest self, your deepest self, with the energy. From nothing, I can create anything. From nothing, I create everything. From nothing, I can create anything. From nothing, I create everything. From nothing, I can create anything. From nothing, I create everything. From nothing, I can create anything. From nothing, I create everything. What am I creating right here in nothing, in this place of no thing? Get that picture, hear what it is, see it, feel it, experience the creation. And if you can't get a clear picture of what you are creating right now, just continue to see the canvas or the blackboard as yours for the marking, as yours for the creating, as yours for the imprinting. From nothing, I can create anything. From nothing, I create everything. From nothing, I can create anything. From nothing, I create everything. I am creating. I am open. I am healing. I am courageous. I am facing my sorrows. I am facing my nothing. Facing my nothing. From this nothing, I'm creating everything. I am creating everything. everything from nothing. Now, with the experience of hearing that voice or experiencing that voice, let us embrace what we have learned, what we have gathered. Let us embrace our own creativity and our own power to create anything, to create everything. In this no thing, in this place of nothing, we can just briefly become aware of all those who are joining us in this space, in this place, in this state of no thing, no one thing, no thing, where nothing, where no thing is possible, so everything is possible. Let us smile knowing that we are all on this journey together. We are all creating something, anything, and everything from this place of no thing, of nothing. It's beautiful. We are who we are. We are our authentic selves, free of shame, free of sorrow, free of debilitation from sorrow, even if we experience it. We are always free. And this beautiful card is a wake up. We don't see life as cruel and meaningless. We see life as opportunity and creation, manifestation. So now let us make our journey back. Let us experience this no thingness fully. Look around in your mind's eye. Experience its blackness or whiteness, its blankness. And then begin to experience all of the things and people and places and worlds that you have created on this blank canvas for your own life. See all of the anything. See all of the everythings that you yourself, as you return to your body right now, are creating and manifesting. You are creating your body from this nothing space. You are creating your experience. You are creating your world, your home, your clothes. Your body is coming directly from this place of no thing. Begin to create, manifest the anything and everything that is your own life experience as you return to that body and as you become aware of that breath that has been holding you steady, that has remained your tether to this world of anything and everything. discover that breath as it inhales through your nose, fills your body, and then exhales through your mouth. This is the everything that you have created from your nothing. Even me, even this meditation have come from your nothing, your no thing. That breath that has kept us living since the day we were born, is still keeping us alive. Let us focus on it as we return fully to our material self. Let's inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale. And one more deep breath. Inhale and exhale one last time. Big breath and welcome. Look around you. Everything here, everything where you are, is what you have created from nothing. It's pretty empowering. For a card that I know when I get, I'm like, ugh, 3 of Swords. It's a lot. It is a lot. Because it puts it back on me. It's the responsibility on me to get in touch with my own sorrow, my own pain, my own illusions of being alone. Instead, see the beautiful blankness and the blackness of a chalkboard and the whiteness of a whiteboard with markers, or the beautiful white canvas with paint. It's all a blank page. It's a story. It is all our nothing, where we can create anything, and where in fact we create it. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited for this month, for Joy-Filled June. This is the way to get back to it. Always remember, from this nothing, from this no thing, we create everything. You always come back. It's always a reset. That's what this Joy-Filled June, this Joy-Filled June is going to be about for us, is about right now. So let's see who's here. Kathleen is here on Zoom. Thank you so much. I know Sandra was here on Zoom as well, so thank you for joining us. As always, check out who's here on the other places. I love doing this. I love seeing you. It is Pride Month. I want us to always remember that having pride in who we are is about having pride in our connection, in our universal being, in our humanity, and how that humanity is manifest in us individually. That's what Pride's about. So happy Pride to all those who celebrate. Why wouldn't we all celebrate? Checking out the YouTubes. Who's with me today? And again, if you join this YouTube recording at another time, still send a comment, still say hello. I'm always happy to receive comments, greetings, everything else. Very much appreciate it. Let's check out the Facebooks, because I know a lot of you are there. I see Monica has sent a little like, and so has Ria. Thank you. Thank you for joining and being and expressing and hopefully healing and moving through your world. And if I have missed, let me check my notifications one more time. If I've missed anybody, please note that I always see you once I get off the site, and I'm always grateful for the opportunity to have you join us and be with us. So thank you once again, and I will look forward to seeing you next week at this time, Wednesday evening, 7:30. I love you all. Happy Pride. Be proud of who you are. be authentic, be yourself, and know that from nothing you can create anything, and you do create everything. Good night.